angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, hayi umjolo yanyisa man, angisafuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, ngachola no Peter, ngachola no Tom, ngachola no John, sinto zami zomjolo zikanama, ngachola no Peter, ngachola no Tom, ngachola no John. Sinto zami zomjolo zikanama, angisafuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, hayi umjolo yanyisa man, angisafuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, angifuna umjolo, kanama, 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 hayi umjolo yanyisa man, kanama, 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 hayi umjolo yanyisa man, kanama, 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 hayi umjolo yanyisa man, kanama, 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 kanama. Ngachola no Peter, ngachola no Tom, ngachola no John. Sinto zami zomjolo zikanama. Ngachola no Peter, ngachola no Tom, ngachola no John. Sinto zami zomjolo zikanama.
Therapy Production.
Bunkilla of Lagos. Kiki of Lele. This bread no be. I'm from a place called Africa. Current location Nigeria. I'm never changing the man I am. I'm the same nigga. There's no replica. Beautiful faces for Africa. Black roots is the only criteria. Now we dey run this side. La 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 la. This bread no be. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? As African boy, I want come outside. Yeah, I want come outside. You tamper with me, I show you other side. Big up the people on the other side. I see yo. And we searching for freedom. 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 Searching for your freedom. When we searching for freedom. 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 Oh, freedom. 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 So you got to do what you got to do when you're searching for your freedom.
Alright. right, so welcome, beautiful people.
From a place called
DJ Kid, thank you so much. All right, thank you, DJ Kid. Welcome, 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 beautiful people. It's another weekly assembly, and I'm excited. I trust that you're excited too, just as I am. And yes, it's September, it's a new month, and happy new month to you. Yes, happy new month to you. I wish you the very best of this month. All right, so just before we get started, please ensure to invite people into this room. It's very easy. The admin will drop the link in the chat room right now. Just copy the link and please broadcast it. Ensure that you share with your friends and family. Let them join into this room right now. It's a room of entrepreneurs, African young entrepreneurs all across the continent, collaborating together, connecting together in this one space. So please do well to share, invite other people, just let them come in, let them come in, let them come in. So while we do that, we're going to watch a very important video, is how to attend a Zoom meeting. We usually watch this video because we want to remind ourselves of this culture, all right, this online meeting culture. And for people that are just joining us for the first time, you get to see how we do it. So please ensure to watch the video and follow all the instructions. Thank you. Let's have the video.
Now.
How to attend an online video meeting. Number 1, always stay in the center of the screen. Your face should be in the middle of the screen, not at the top or at the bottom of the screen. Number 2, your camera should always be at face level, maintaining a distance of 30 centimeters or an arm length from the screen. Number 3, your lighting should always be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4, always use the landscape option when using the video call option on your phone. Number 5, your background should be simplistic with plain decor. This keeps the attention of the audience focused on you. Number 6, always make sure there are no moving objects or people behind you while you're in an active meeting. Number 7, always keep your camera on. It is considered unprofessional and in most gatherings unacceptable to leave your camera turned off. Number 8, remember to switch off your mic or mute it when not actively participating in a conversation or dialogue. Number 9, always check to make sure your name and company name appear on the window tab. Number 10, always try to be still. Avoid making too many movements or fidgeting during a meeting. Number 11, eating food or having a snack during a video session is considered rude and indecent. However, having a glass of water, tea, or coffee is acceptable. Number 12, when speaking, also try to maintain a normal tone or pitch. Never shout or speak erratically. Number 13, be on time and ready. Make sure you have everything set up 10 minutes ahead of the appointed time. Number 14, always look smart. Dress appropriately, you never know who's watching. Number 15, always let the team know when you're done speaking by indicating I'm done or thank you. Number 16, do not exceed your time limit. Number 17, always have your pen and notepad ready so you can take down important points and highlights of the meeting. This is very important. Number 18, make sure all the necessary devices are functional and running, such as your mic, camera, speakers, and internet connection. Also check your device battery status to make sure they are fully charged. Number 19, always stay focused and attentive during the meeting. Avoid multitasking so you don't get yourself and others distracted. Number 20, most importantly, try to be yourself. Stay calm and smile. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, A.Y.E, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa.
Yes, you are welcome back. All right, so just about now, the video told us exactly how we have to rename ourselves. Put on your video, have a good background, and just in case you're in a space where you cannot exactly put on your video, please ensure that you have a good profile picture up and all of that. I can tell you that August was a month of abundance for us in A.Y.E. I can tell you that. Like, if you agree with me, let me just see your reactions. We had guests for about the 4 weeks in August. We had guests in the house and it was great. We had people pitch their businesses. We learned a lot. I, for one, learned a lot. I don't know if you agree with me. So yes, I'm not seeing any reaction. Thumbs up. Use the reaction button and let me see your thumbs up if you were really blessed in the month of August. Yes, I can see it now. Yeah, that's it. It was amazing. I can tell you learned a lot. If you did not pick up something from the August market, well, you need to revisit those videos. You need to revisit the YouTube and just watch all over again, because there was a lot for us to learn. And so yes, you are more than welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. I'm happy to introduce to you that this is the Africa's Young Entrepreneur, and this is our weekly assembly. It holds every Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT +1. In this room, young minds, young entrepreneurs come together to collaborate, to interact, to learn, to network, and of course, we grow together, and it has been amazing. I can tell you that, and today is definitely not an exception. All right, we are going to be taking our members creed. We usually take our members creed at the beginning of every meeting, because as Africans, we believe so much in the development of our continent, and we believe that Africa will prosper. So leading us in the members creed today is my beautiful sister from Nigeria also. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Emanuela Daniel. So let's give her the A.Y.E clap. Let's just give her the A.Y.E clap. Yes, you are more than welcome, Emanuela.
Good evening, African entrepreneurs, and welcome to today's assembly. My name is Emanuela Daniel from Nigeria, and I'm here to take our members' creed with us. This is one of my favorite parts of the weekly assembly, and this is a time where we get to recite the members' creed. The creed is basically like a positive confession that we say to ourselves as A.Y.E members, and it resonates strongly with each and every one of us. We also believe strongly in it. So in order for us to take the members' creed, I'd like us to hold up our hand just like it is displayed on the screen. And after I recite each line, I'm going to give you the opportunity to repeat after me. So for this, I'd just like one or two people to unmute their mics so that they can take it together with me. So are we ready? Great. Okay, I am an African young entrepreneur.
I am an
African young entrepreneur.
I believe in Africa.
I believe in Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am proud of Africa.
I am proud of Africa.
And I will prosper in Africa.
And I will prosper in Africa.
I am an African for a purpose.
I am an African for a purpose.
And for that purpose do I live.
And for that purpose do I live.
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I solemnly promise to uphold the vision.
I solemnly promise to uphold the vision,
values and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
Values and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
Because I believe that. If you can achieve this much alone, how
much more can we achieve together?
Tato tangata follow Vala awina Le atua on sami tele E o mai Uava ele luita ulele Ta pena pena Olo olo maka Awe awe Koku imua Te manulele e tataki
At night we name every star. We know where we are. We know who we are, who we are. Away, away. We set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roll. Away, away. We keep our island in our mind. And when it's time to find home, we know the way.
We know the way. Yes, Africa. I just want to confirm. Can you hear me? Let me be sure it's not my network first. Oh, great, great, great. I think we lost Emanuela right there. All right, so very briefly, I'm going to be introducing and talking about this amazing organization and why you should be an active member, not just, coming for weekly assemblies alone, all right? Why you should be active, because this is a growing network and you don't want to imagine being left behind, honestly. So I'm just going to be introducing A.Y.E to you, just in case you're joining us for the first time. And if you've been here, of course, you can learn more about A.Y.E. Africa's Young Entrepreneurs is the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa, with footprints across 20 African countries. Amazing. Since the year 2012, Africa's Young Entrepreneurs has identified, showcased, empowered, budding, and emerging entrepreneurs to either commence or scale up their businesses with the relevant resources, such as business funding, executive masterclasses, for their businesses, of course. Excuse me. All right, please, can you still hear me? Oh, great, thank you. All right, so our vision, I was talking earlier about A.Y.E. Sorry, I think my network is a little bit. Our vision is to develop, is to empower and to showcase African entrepreneurs for poverty eradication, for job creation, and of course for economic development. Our mission is to build platforms where African entrepreneurs can collaborate, where we can network, where we can trade, where of course we can also be trained to become greater, better, and able to favorably compete with the developed countries. And we believe that this is very much possible. For those of you who are not yet active members, I encourage you once again to please visit the website. It's simple, www.ayeorganization.com. Again, it's going to be dropped in the chat box. I'm sure you can copy it. Please visit the website, become an active member. It is important that you do so. So I'm sure the link is going to be dropped and you can go to the website, read more, and see how you can be a part of this amazing, amazing, amazing network. All right, so I'd like to give you some of the reasons why I think you should be active on this platform. What do you stand to gain? Of course, you stand to gain business support packages. You stand to gain business information, of course, loyalty, patronage, business affiliations, business networking, much more than I can tell you, right here. I just want you to read more about it and see, become an active member already. I'm excited about today's assembly. I don't know if you are, but I am. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I welcome you all to today's assembly.
Into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Ooh, there is far too much to take in here, more to find they can never be found, but the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of God, and it moves us all through the spirit pole.
Of course, yes, the life is a circle. It brings us together. It has brought us together again in this one space. And I'm privileged to be in this room with young minds, creative minds, innovative minds, entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs. You're welcome back. And like I said earlier, we had our August markets and it was great. And how I know that it was great is because I know that we have tons of testimonies. And definitely we're going to be giving you an opportunity to share your testimony regarding your business. Probably you had, an amazing deal over the course of the month, August. We were not opportune to take testimonies in the month of August because of the program that we had. All right, but now we're going to be giving you a privilege to share your testimony. If you had a good deal over the course of August or something great, amazing happened to your business, I'm going to give you just 1 minute to share and we're going to celebrate with you. All right, so I would expect to see your hands up if you'd have a testimony to share with us. You're more than welcome. I can see Dave Shooter in the house, Best Emmanuel, Beyonce Skincare, amazing people that I met in August, actually, even though it's virtual, but I know that I made virtual friends, across the screen. It was great altogether. Let me be sure, I'm not seeing any hand up yet. No, is it that you're still trying to keep the testimony and then you want it to mature, all right, before you share with us? Oh, great, I can see Emmanuel Ade's hand up already. I can see his hand up already. Thank you. If there's no other person, I think I would give him a space to share. Okay, Dave Shooter, that's great. All right, let me start with Emmanuel Ade. I'm going to ask you to unmute now. You can start by introducing yourself, where you're speaking from, and of course, your testimony in 1 minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, I need to mute myself.
Okay, it looks like there's a noise where you are from that. The background is quite noisy.
Devices on. You've got two devices on. Yeah, just disconnect the other one. Disconnect one of your devices and you should be fine.
All right, let's know if you have it now and we can go. All right, go ahead. I've asked you to unmute your mic.
All right, thank you very much. I'm trying to connect using my laptop. That's why I have the echo. All right, thank you very much. All right, this is my testimony. All right, last month, it started during July, that my business I'm doing, we needed a physical location for it, and we tried to look at the expenses and I feel like, oh, we didn't just start to save up for it, and we're thinking a whole lot of things. But I remember this. I was just going through our YouTube channel where I remember where I saw this particular video where our president was talking about entrepreneurs to speak up. So in that process, I just have to approach one of my bosses that is in the UK, and I tell him about the business idea and what we are doing and what we need at the moment. And on that same spot, he tried the idea and he gave us a particular thing. He has an apartment here in Agure, so he gave us the location to use for the business for free, depending the time he gave us for a
Okay, I think we lost Emmanuel Ade to his network. Hopefully that he'll get back into the room. But I'm sure that we got a bit of his testimony and we celebrate with you. I'm sure that it's a very huge win for his business. Hopefully we come back to tell us the remaining part of his story, but we celebrate with you. Thank you so much. Let's give David Shooter a chance to share his testimony in 1 minute. I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to see beautiful faces here. It's a privilege to speak in this space. Yeah, my testimony is just about how I've been able to work on myself this last August, and I got back to some people who were open to work with me and they could not get back to me. So with my, I was listening to some people on YouTube on how you can grow your business. So I studied some of their tricks and techniques in which you can relate with your clients. There are some people you worked with like for a long time. It's just for you to reach back to them, ask them how they are doing and get back to their business and just remind them about what you guys have done. So I use this opportunity to reach out to some of them, and I'm glad to see that I got like 2 jobs I did for them last month, and of recent today I even did one which I'm just even coming from. So it's really nice for me seeing the result of me working on myself, because if I was just not doing anything, to not really help. So that's what I have to share to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, David Shooter. That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yes, amazing, amazing. We celebrate with you and we are happy for you as a family all together. All right, I'll quickly take Richard from Ghana. I've asked you to unmute in 1 minute. Please share with us your testimony.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm Richard from Ghana. For me, I've had a lot of opportunities since joining A.Y.E. During the August market, I was part of the first 20 people who had their pitch on the first week of the August market. And just after the presentation, I was happy to be connected to two personalities among us here. That's Dr. Aisha, who is into skincare product, and my own very sister, Dumebi, which Dumebi has agreed to come to Ghana to help train my ladies for the event. Dr. Aisha would also be bringing down her product for my ladies to use the product, and then would also market her product in Ghana for her. So for me, I have had a lot during the month of August. We also successfully had our audition, which took place on 21st of August. And so we are set in motion. God willing, 8th of October, the program would kickstart, and then the event will begin from there. So thanks to A.Y.E.
Amazing, amazing. Let's celebrate with Richard. Amazing. I'm glad that your program is already. I was thinking DJ Kids was going to celebrate with you. I'm sure he has it. Thank you, Kids. We celebrate with you. I'm glad that your project is already beginning to take shape, and definitely more blessings into your business and more testimonies to come. Thank you for sharing. All right, I think that's all the testimonies we have for now. I'm sure that other persons want to share with us later, so we're going to give them privilege. Of course, later we'll always take your testimonies. We'll always be here to take your testimonies. We usually celebrate with our entire family members, because we already see this network as family, right? So we celebrate with you on your great days. We are here to cheer you on the not so great days. You know, we're just here. So right now we're going to be celebrating birthdays. Yes, it's a new beautiful month. And if your birthday is, you know, in the month of September, we would like to celebrate with you. We're definitely going to be grooving to some music, and I'd like to see your hands up if you're born in the month of September. You know, you can just raise your hands. In fact, you can even drop it in the chat section what your birth date is. You know, you never can tell. You could just get a surprise gift from somebody. So you can raise your hands. Yes, I can already see Temicho Quest and oh great, Emanuela, amazing. Chide, do great. I'm waiting for DJ Kids to give us a very nice birthday music so that we can celebrate with you. Oh, Joshua, happy birthday already in advance. Hopefully that you've not celebrated it yet, but this is your month and we rejoice with you. Happy birthday. Can we dance to the music? Yes, thank you.
Tout le monde est là pour toi, joyeux anniversaire. On est tous venus ce jour pour ton anniversaire. Loin pour que ton anniversaire soit une réussite en ce jour, donc happy birthday. Faut te lever pour danser, happy birthday. Personne n'est fatigué, avec toi on va s'enjailler. Bouge c'est maintenant ça commence. Aujourd'hui c'est ton jour, et ça vous gagne des sans s'arrêter, parce que c'est ton anniversaire. Il n'y aura pas de poisson si on a checké, hein. J'espère que tu as envoyé le cadeau, hein. Tes amis sont là, ta famille est là, les tontons sont là, les tontines aussi sont là, tous les parrains sont là, les marraines aussi sont là. En tout cas, faut pas t'inquiéter, nous on a su la soirée pour toi. Chantez. Personne n'est fatigué, avec toi on va s'enjailler. Bouge la dembe, aujourd'hui c'est ton jour. Et ça vous gagne sans s'arrêter, parce que c'est ton anniversaire. Le gars est joli, la femme est jolie, les invités sont jolis, mais on ne va pas te parler et danser, hein. On mangera aussi. Y'a à manger à coco, la boisson pour la flow. Si tu veux beau sinon fais emporter. C'est tout ça là qui fait que anniversaire tout en tout cas faut pas t'inquiéter, nous on a su la soirée pour toi. Chantez.
Happy birthday! We celebrate with you. Happy birthday in advance already. September babies. Emanuela, I can see Chinedu, Joshua, Fola Badmos, Demi Chokwe. We just celebrate with you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We wish you a very long life. And of course, that your heart desires are granted. Yes, this new year. We celebrate with you. Yes, all right, so we can bring your hands down now. We are about launching into the business of the day. Yes, and I'm excited because I know that what has been served in this room, what has been served on this table is not something you can just find cheap around, right? You can find it cheap around. It is value. It is value. And the fact that we're offering it free does not mean you should take it for granted. Yes, I'll say that again. The fact that we're offering it for free does not mean you should take it for granted. Today, we're going to be dealing with public speaking for business leaders. And I can tell you that these are master classes that people get to pay for. I mean, pay for. We have a guest, of course, in the house, and I would allow Mr. President do the honors of introducing her. But I want you to get ready, get your notepads, get your pen ready, sit up wherever you are. Just pay full attention. Within the next 1 hour, thereabout, we're done. Pay full attention to this session. I know that earlier we're taking a series on speaking out. And you know that Mr. President was enforcing, and it was reiterating the fact that we need to speak out. We need to speak out, and that our voices must be heard. The world is waiting to hear your voice, right? So today I'm excited because we're going to be learning from experts. I mean, experts. But I'm going to allow Mr. President to do the honors of introducing the guests in the house, and definitely we're going to launch into the business of the day. Mr. President, Dr. Smith Not Francis, I hand over the mic to you. You're more than welcome, sir. Let's celebrate, Mr. President.
Great stuff. Thank you, NSC, for always doing it best. And it's good to see every one of you all again. I'm so excited to see everyone. There's a bottle sticking behind my back. Let me see, is this bottle? Oh, there's a bottle. I was wondering. That's how much I pay attention to my environment. If you don't know how to say your virtual space, you are missing out. I always say this, the world has changed. Failure to adapt means failure to exist. If you're still in this world today and you don't understand the power of your virtual space, and now people from all over the world can connect with you via Zoom, and you don't even know what I would define as a Zoom impression. I'll speak to you guys about it one day. Your virtual impression, then you're missing out on what is ahead of you. Many people are on this Zoom network right now from different parts of the world. If you're going to a birthday party in your streets, you will wear shirt and you will talk it. But you're in a platform where everybody is seen across the world. It's real time and it's feeding live streaming on Zoom and on YouTube, and you don't know how to take advantage of it. If you're a guy, look smart, look good. If you're a woman, look beautiful, because you never know what is coming in a virtual space like this. So I'm happy to see every one of you in this room. I'm happy about our guest that's in the room with us. Amazing, amazing speaker, amazing personality. Before I get to her right now, I see her in the room. I want to first say hi to fellow members across the continent. I still got a lot of messages, people struggling to get in. Our IT department, we might need to talk about this afterwards so that people can, I think people just go ahead to using the old links. It's not possible. If you're struggling to get in anytime, go to the website. When you get to the website, click on the tab that says Weekly Assembly. When you click it, if you're already a member or you have been coming, just click no, and you won't need to fill a form. If you're a new person, it's just an attendance sheet that you can fill. Once you fill it, it will direct you to the link. Remember, when you click on the website, it takes time. Why? Because you're using a system called Cloudflare. It's a security system because of our huge database. What does Cloudflare do? It protects the website and checks your IP first to be sure that this person is genuine before it gives them access. So give it time to load, and let's be patient, and then you'll be able to connect into the assembly. But I haven't tried all that. And if you still see that you cannot connect, there is a WhatsApp chat. Contact us is always on every website around the world. You find the WhatsApp chat real time. There's someone there to help you, and that person can send you the Zoom link directly. But try as much as possible not to miss out on all that has been happening. It's very, very important that you do not miss out. You know, guys, it's been an amazing week, an amazing month of August. NEC was saying that she met people. Great. I met people as well. I made a partner. I'm investing in 2. We started investment in 1 already. I think she's still in the room. I don't know why she's not sharing her testimonial. Maybe I should withdraw the investment, and she will then know how hard it is to get investments into business. If you are here in this room and I'm investing in you from this August, and you do not raise your hand now, your investment goes down in 10, 9, 8. Oh my God. Okay, let's bring down their hands for heaven's sake. Now you can raise hand. But anyway, that's to say that a lot of things happened. Sales happened, marketing happened, and so many things happened during these times. And I was happy when my brother from Ghana also shared his testimony. So let's pay close attention now, not to raise any hands. Also, in this month of August, amazing stuff happened. RJ, Roy, no more hand raising, Solomon. So let's hold on to that right now. No more hand raising. Roy, I got a clip where Roy, Solomon, don't raise your hand. What are you raising your hand for now? We will get to that where we give you the time to raise hands. But Roy, during the course of the week, I think it was in a clubhouse event, and I got the audio through my executive assistant, and he was talking about what we do, you know, and the most touching thing for me in that video was that he was talking to them in the clubhouse, speaking to other Africans. This is an African American, to say he's willing to pay membership for people who cannot afford it. It's like, it's $1, there's $10, there's $50, there's $100. It's like he's willing to do that because he believes that he cannot value. I don't know if Roy is in the room. Roy is an American, but he never misses the assembly. Roy is everything opposite to the organization. He's not even an African. He's older than the age range, but he still comes in. Why? Because he wants to contribute. He wants to give back. He's really interested in helping many things that entrepreneurs need in getting their life to prosperity. Now, I am so impressed. I was so impressed about that. I shared the video, and from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of entrepreneurs all across Africa, I want to say a big thank you to Roy. But when I shared the video, Marsha took it up. Marsha sent me a message and said, I was moved by the video you sent. Marsha did it in Trinidad and Tobago. She's one of our guest speakers. She's a coach. She's big. I'm sure you all remember Marsha. And she's like, I'm also interested in investing. I want to sponsor female. Oh, Marsha, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see your beautiful face. Thank you, admin, for spotlighting her. I wanna sponsor female African entrepreneurs as well. I was moved. Like, this is the kind of world that we live in, and that people like this, yes, do exist, but they exist in a community, in an environment where you would find them, and that's why we come here. Now, guess what? Marsha has been waiting for the list. We haven't sent it to her. Roy's been waiting. We haven't sent it because we are only going to choose from people who has been active. So we're going to look into the database. If you need this sponsorship, this is a financial sponsorship of paying your membership fee for a year. Raise your hand if you're a lady so that Marsha, we're going to pick you up. But admin, when they've raised their hand, go and check if they have been punctual. That is the only way you qualify for this. If you have been punctual, raise your hand if you need this sponsorship to happen for you, because it has been paid for. These guys have paid for it. They have invested in it. So enjoy this generosity. Marshall, Oswald, from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of Africa, for Africa, we say a very big thank you for this amazing gesture that you have exhibited. Screenshot this, admin, for those who have raised their hand, so you can commence your investigation. Lower all hands, admin. I'm going to go quickly to our guest. But before then, I told you a lot of things happened in August. A big one happened last week. So lower all hands, so that I can share this one for last week. What happened last week? One of my meetings with a couple of VCs brought the good news. And this is a big venture capital company, a big investment firm outside the country that's looking into Africa and investing solely in Africa. What did they say to me? What did they say to us in A.Y.E? They told us to provide a list of businesses that needs investment. Guys, what other good news are you looking for? A round of applause for that company, which I'm not going to say their name now. Just now, you guys run behind me and go and put your list there. I've been seeing Joy's face here. She's already smiling because she wants to go and drop her name. I will not release any name of the company. They are expecting the list from us. And guess what? We are also going to go to people who are punctual. I have told you that these things has its own days. If you are the one, you need an investor, they are really looking at investing in Africa, and your business, it's impact driven. It's really providing a huge solution. Raise your hand quickly so that they can take screenshots of those interested. Raise your hand if you are interested. You need investment. You're looking for an investor now. Please, this is not grants. It's equity. They come in and they take a share of the company and they invest in it. So I'll just give you a couple of seconds while I take some things right now while you raise your hand. Great stuff. Great stuff. Excuse me. Admin, you've got your screenshot. Yes, go back to your investigation, check their punctuality. And those that qualify, please send it to the office of the president so that we can process these guys and set you ready for your pitch. Now, just hold on, excuse me, please. Thank you. Now, all that you have learned all this while, we also come into play. Public speaking is what we are doing today. You would need it when you want to go and pitch your business. You would need it when you want to talk. So pay attention to what we're going to do here today. Last assembly, last month's series, we agreed that a lot of people, if you want it, send us a message. I'm just trying to take all this announcement before I bring in my sister to fire us up. And now, what is it? I said that if we want this marketplace to continue, people should DM. Some of you that did not DM now, we enjoy the benefit of people who are proactive members. Yes, they sent a message to the WhatsApp chat that they want this, so we have decided that the A.Y.E marketplace will happen every last Saturday of the month. Do you like that? Do you like that? So people can come and pitch every Saturday of the month. We can buy and sell. Transactions is what is going to be happening every last Saturday of the month. What else? Yes, when we're doing our members creed, I noticed some of you, your camera was off. Your mouth was closed. I have seen us bring guests from Europe, from the US, from Canada, in the assembly, and I saw them chanting the creed. The creed is a word of affirmation. It's a prayer. Something says, I will prosper in Africa, and you kept quiet. I can't believe you. If you have not said it, I give you that opportunity now. Shout it where you are. I will prosper in Africa. You do not know when is the time. That time for your prayers to answer. You kept your mouth closed. I repeat, I love Africa. I am in love with Africa. I am proud of Africa. And I repeat, I will prosper in Africa. You are keeping quiet. What you feed the universe is what the universe will feed you. Who is doing you? That will keep your mouth shut in a time that you are saying something that can change your life. You know what? She's here. Temi Badri is here. Fired up, great speaker. And she's done a lot of public speaking, amazing network. She's built a strong, amazing network on LinkedIn. She has over 80,000 people. You know why I'm so much in love with her? Because she's a young African entrepreneur. Many people around me knows how much I'm so passionate about young Africans. Marsha focused specifically on female Africans. So that's why she's investing in them. So bringing Temi on board is something I was so happy about because I have seen her move. I have seen her influence. But you know what? I will allow you hear it all by yourself. I'm going to allow Temi speak to us for like 20 minutes. After that, I will engage Temi in a conversation with some of the questions that might come from you or that might come from me. Temi, it's such a blessing to see you today. We are so happy and honored to have you in our midst. I am so impressed that you took out time to join us today. And by the power invested in me, the mandate upon my life as president of A.Y.E, I transfer the mic to a keynote public speaker as she drives us into how to harness the power of public speaking. Thank you, lady. It's over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I know that some people are joining in from different parts of the world, so maybe it's good morning.
Okay, is it my network? Is it our network? Confirm? So my network is fine, right? Now, this is the time when you start that prayer. Every forces that want to stop or block me from hearing what I'm about to receive today, die by fire. Marsha is wondering what is happening. It's an African prayer. We do this when things are going wrong. Anything that wants to stop me from listening to what has been prepared for me today, I can see Temitope is saying it. Temitope lead us in that prayer right now. Ajifo, come on, I can see his chanting it. I'm giving you permission to unmute yourself.
Fire. Any power trying to say no, die by fire in the name of Jesus. This is the time to blow. We cannot.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, tell me, we were saying a prayer. I actually invited a prophet on stage. I was about to travel to the Muslim community and bring one imam as well. So that we can cancel
Thank you for the prayers. Every village power has been cancelled. Thank you so much for the prayers. It worked immediately. I mean, as soon as you started saying prayer, my network just decided to behave itself and I switched to another one. So I was just saying thank you to Mr. Sami Smart for the platform and thank you to A.Y.E, the leadership of A.Y.E as well for this privilege. So I heard you mentioning something about a pitch, and I think that's a good place to start. You mentioned that, public speaking would help you know how to pitch well as an entrepreneur. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs want to pitch, we want to inspire, we want to inform, we want to motivate. So there's a lot that we want to do. I also listened in at the beginning. Richard from Ghana was sharing his testimony. Did I get his name right, Richard? And then he was talking about how that he was talking about the August market, and he was talking about how pitching, and he still referred to pitching again. So I think those are two signs, two words that's a good place for me to start off. Now, let me just share a testimonial with you of something that happened to me. I'm talking about public speaking. I've got about 20 minutes. I'll try to keep it as fast and as practical as possible. So some years back, I was selected for President Obama's Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI West Africa. And, happily I went to YALI and I had a good time, 5 weeks learning. And something happened in YALI West Africa that I would never forget. Now, one day we were given an assignment because we were usually simulating things that happened in real life. So there was the public sector cohort, and there were different cohorts. But all of us in the general cohort, they told us to do something. We're divided into groups and we're told to make some presentation. Now, on the day of the presentation, people did so many things. I saw a group of people who did work brilliantly. They worked overnight because everybody wanted to win. So you see people, stay over, everybody brainstorming overnight, coming up with a presentation, something that was beautiful, and come and present the next morning. Now, all of the efforts, everything we had been told to work on was going to be awarded, or was going to, what do I say now? It was going to be, they were going to judge it. Yes, that's the right word. It was going to be judged in one day. As a matter of fact, in a few minutes. So they told all of us to come out.
and to come and talk about our presentation, to come and pitch, really. And we were given about less than 5 minutes to pitch, to talk about what we had worked on. People have worked for hours. As a matter of fact, because, these were some of the brilliant minds from Africa, people from Ghana, from Togo, from Nigeria, different people came together to work together on this presentation. So brilliant minds. Some people had consulted with other people to find real life case studies. So we came together, we were grouped, and it was time for our presentation. And I listened to the panel of judges say so many things. Now, one thing stood out. There was a particular group. They had done so well. Like, you see certain people who are your mates, but they've gone beyond you when it comes to research. They have done a fantastic job. And it was just time to show off. In fact, everyone had heard about their presentation, and we were thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to kill it. They're going to do it today. This is the winning group. And finally, it was time to judge their presentation. And they started to speak. Just one person per group was representing them. And the person who was representing them was unable to maintain eye contact with the judges. And he was looking down. And he was stuttering in between. And despite all the amazing work that he had put into this presentation, he wasn't able to persuade them that this presentation was the best. He wasn't even able to persuade them that this presentation was as good as we all knew it was. Now, guess what? When the panel of judges came to give feedback, they actually scored that presentation low, not because they didn't do well, not because they didn't put in a great job, but because they were not able to defend it. They were not able to explain, they were not able to convince them. So they said, if we were investors and we didn't know the behind the scenes and you were supposed to persuade us, do you think you've been able to persuade us this way? And everyone said no, because they could not. And I find that there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are in that space. You do a lot of work. You put in brilliant work. You are excellent. But when you have an opportunity, that moment where you're supposed to now shine and the spotlight is on you and you're supposed to talk about your work. For a lot of people, they are unable to speak articulately. And that is a challenge. Because I know there are many business leaders who are knowledgeable. In fact, if you're a business leader, you are knowledgeable, we give you kudos. We know that you're brilliant. We know that you're an inspiring leader. We know that you're knowledgeable. But are you able to speak and show us the behind the scenes? Are you able to persuade us? Are you able to, get us, motivate us, get us to take action? Are you able to network with us when you are called on to speak? A lot of people do great work, but they will push it to another person and say, you go and defend it. I don't think I'm made for the stage. I don't think I'm able to speak. But why not? Why are you not made for the stage? What's different about you? Now, today, let me just give you a short background about myself. I'm a lawyer, I'm a journalist, I'm an event host, and I do public speaking. I also do trainings for people. So I teach people on public speaking, lawyers, entrepreneurs, business executives, and different type of people. And many times people think that I'm one person who had always been speaking. It just looks like, oh, you have always been doing this now. You are hosting events constantly, so you've always been doing this. But contrary to that, I've not always been speaking. In fact, it shocks people when I tell them that I used to be shy. At some point, I used to be timid. Yes, me. Like the same person who would, have opportunities to stand before people and, and just speak and introduce guests and do a lot of things. I was at that point where I was shy. So if it is a case of, some people have the gifts, let us leave it for some people, then it's not true. That means people like us are supposed to continue to be behind the scenes and not be able to speak. Everyone can speak. Everyone has a voice and everyone should speak. Because why public speaking? It's an opportunity to inform. There's a lot of information that you have and we cannot tell that you have unless you speak. It's an opportunity to inspire people. When you hear people like Mr. Somi talk about his journey, or you hear him talk about things he knows, then you say, oh, kudos. Then you say, oh, I'm interested in sponsoring. I'm interested in being a part of it. But what if he never speaks? What if he never leverages this platform? What if he always shies away from it? So it's an opportunity to inform. If you are noting something, please note it, that public speaking is an opportunity for business leaders to inform, to inspire, to motivate, and to connect with people. And we need to do this. We need to connect with people to expand our businesses. We need to connect with people to inspire them. There's a lot that we can do when we leverage the power of public speaking. Now let's go back a little bit back to my story. Remember I said that I used to be shy? Yes. Well, I wasn't always shy as a child. As a child, I was one of those kids who was doing a lot of things. And, you know, if they say, who's going to do press club, I would raise my hand. Who's going to do literary and debate? I would raise my hand. Who's going to do this one? I was always active. But it got to a point where maybe I'll call it peer pressure. And I think that's one thing that, you know, parents and guardians should watch out for. You know, the point where the children begin to feel like, maybe that's not my thing. Maybe, you know, big girls don't do this. And for some reason, I just stopped. And I just, on my own, I decided I wasn't going to speak again. I wasn't going to do these things again. And then I got into university. And, you know, especially with the stories we heard about Nigerian universities, we're told, you know, just don't be seen, just don't be visible, just don't attract attention. Coming from a person who was at the forefront of everything in the school. In my school, my secondary school, we started a parliament apart from so we had the executive arm, which was like the seniors, the senior prefects, the head boy, head girl. We also had a parliament, and I was the leader of the parliament. I was the speaker. So we simulated what you have in the society. And I was that person. And I moved into university and I'd become shy. You know, I'd become someone different because it started out by myself. It started out as what we would call shakara. I just didn't want to talk. It wasn't cool to talk. And then at the point when I wanted to talk, I had become shy, I'd become timid. Now you recall that I said I studied law. In a class of law students, it gets heated. The students would raise their hands and say, excuse me, sir, I disagree with what you have said. And no offense taken, because it's a law class. You express your thoughts. It's okay to disagree. Those were the kind of conversations my classmates were having. But I was shy. 100 level, I was that student who would just keep quiet and be in class. But there was something in my heart that knew that I could do what I saw other people doing. When I hear people speak, I knew that this thing is in my heart, but I had lost it somehow. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to go back and say, what do I need now? I realized that this public speaking thing, I need to get it back. So I took some steps, which I cannot tell you all of it. But in summary, some of the steps include literally praying and saying, Lord, I had this gift. What is up with me? I need it back. Literally. And just being open and desiring to be able to speak in public. So there was that desire. I was no longer doing shakara and say it's not for everybody. Maybe it's not mine. I had come to accept that I want to be able to speak. I want to be able to share my thoughts. I don't want to just keep my thoughts to myself. I want to be able to share my thoughts. So I took some practical steps. I started with small backgrounds or with small places, small gatherings. And thank God for those practical steps. Today, I teach people to speak in public. Maybe someday we'll be able to go into the full story because it's much longer. I mean, there were days when I really tried to speak. There were days when I started with small cells, and I'll tell you all of those. But the important thing I want everyone to note here is that public speaking is for all of us. If you have already started to speak in public and you already have that skill, then you can even fan it into flame even much more. You can even do better. You can even find out, what am I doing? What am I not doing well? What can I do better? So for those people who already have this, you know, I've already learned this skill, you can become better. Trust me, the person who was speaking in public and was hosting a radio program for about 5 years and was doing those things, I've been hosting events for about 9 years now. The person who started is not the same person standing before you today. Through the years, I've evolved. I've learned things about public speaking. And, you know, as we say, the journey continues. So you can always become better. Let me quickly address stage fright, because this is a question that I usually get every time. Let's start with the ABCs, elementary stage fright. But before we go into that, just a quick recap of what I have shared, in case you are taking notes and I'm saying a lot of things and you want to note it. I started by sharing my story with you. Remember my Yali experience? I told you that somebody in Yali lost out on an opportunity, even though they were good. Now my group lost out on an opportunity, on the opportunity to, we didn't win. So you don't think it is my group that won. We didn't win either, but I saw that group, I spotted what went wrong with them. In my own group, I mean, our challenge was, it was a totally different one. And one day, maybe I'll tell you that story. We did something little and we missed out on it. So I started by telling you my Yali story and told you that public speaking is important if you're going to pitch, if you're going to inspire, inform people. I told you the benefits of public speaking. I said it's important to inform, that's to educate people. It's important to inspire people. It's important to connect with people. So I told you the benefits of public speaking. And then now we're going, I then mentioned to you that do not say that it is not for me because I have not started this journey. It's for everyone. It's a skill that can be learned. And I used myself as an example. I wasn't always speaking. At some point, I was shy. I would rather not speak, even though I wanted to, even though I really wanted to. But I would rather just run away from the microphone because my chest was beating so hard. Now, having said those three things, let us now go into how to overcome stage fright. Let's start with that. First of all, if you ever felt stage fright or you feel stage fright at the moment, let me quickly tell you that you are as human as the rest of us. Welcome to the club of humans. We feel stage fright. Like we get frightened. And if you can use the chat room where you are, I would like you to, I mean, let's be honest. I'm telling you, as I've heard the best of speakers say, I felt stage fright. Sometimes I still feel stage fright. And there are so many symptoms. So let's get practical. What are some of your own symptoms when you feel stage fright? Now, I will go first to show you that this is something that happens to even me. Now, let me tell you some of the symptoms. While you type in your own in the chat room, I'd like to see some of the symptoms of stage fright for you. One of the symptoms for me when I know that I'm scared or I'm getting nervous is that my heart begins to beat faster. You know that feeling when it is like suddenly, yeah, your heart is just bish, 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 just thundering. And nothing is wrong with your heart. You are just nervous. Okay, great. I see someone say my heart beats faster. Okay, I get hold of myself. So that's the second part of it. But let's first look at the symptoms. Sweaty hands from Donald, thank you. Rapid heartbeat. So sweaty hands, that's good. I'm going to tell you a funny story, but let the chat keep coming in. Let me see. My heart beats faster. Is your only heart beats faster? Don't copy my own. Tell me your own. Okay, I start to feel like I want to go to the toilet. Thank you. That's practical. Someone said I feel cold. My goodness, David, you are not alone. That's another thing. I feel cold. Shaky legs. Thank you. Goosebumps. Blessing. You see, I'm in the midst of human beings. These are people who are telling you, look around. It's not only you. You feel stage fright. Other people feel stage fright. To look into the chat room, you see a lot of symptoms. In fact, there was one I heard. Someone said, I feel like, I can't remember what the person said. Maybe I feel like fainting or something. So you hear so many things, you'll be like, wow, I'm not the only one. They are human beings. Wow, I feel like using the restroom. Wow. Okay, I can see questions coming in. I will take questions now because I have only a short time to go. But maybe at the end of it, Mr. President will let us know how Q&A will go. But see, there's so many symptoms here. Stage fright, it happens to the best of speakers. It's about how to manage it. So I usually say, if you feel stage fright, welcome to the club of humans. You are as human as the rest of us. It's just a matter of what you do with it. That's it. And I usually joke and say that, there's some combination that can be very funny and can be very bad. Let me tell you two of them. Stage fright and hunger is such a bad combination. If you are scared, you are feeling nervous, and then you are hungry, you'll be shaking, and you won't just be shaking because of stage fright. You'll be shaking because there's no food in your stomach. So it will be two of them together. It's a bad combination. Another one, stage fright and AC, the air condition. Oh my goodness. You are cold. You're cold from inside and you're cold from outside. That combination is bad. And then you're just suddenly shaking. So those are bad combinations, just to let you know that. I've been there, done that. Now, the question is, how do we manage it? Let me share 2 tips that are very important to managing. First thing is relax. RELAX. If you are noting it somewhere, please say to yourself, relax. Like, call your name and say relax. So, for example, I would say, Temi, relax. Relax. You got this. It's as simple as that. Relax your body and relax your soul. So, I usually recommend, if you have a presentation early in the morning and you've been preparing for it for a long time, please get some sleep the night before. Don't say, I want to put another TDB. When we're in school, we used to do TDB till daybreak. Then we do another one, MTN, morning till night. You are studying and studying, no time for breaks. Please, if you have, I can see NSC just giving me a thumbs up. I think she has been there, done that. So she agrees with it. But really, if you have been studying and preparing for your presentation already, the night before, just to go and sleep. Because I mentioned that there's some bad combinations. So if you wake up the next morning, you are nervous, and again, you are shaking from not having had enough rest, we can tell, and it would affect you. But how about you're well rested? So please tell yourself again, relax, relax, sleep, wake up in the morning, get something light, get some light breakfast, and get ready for the day. If your presentation is at night, please eat in the morning. Don't fast. If you're fasting for some other reason, let it be that, not because, I'm having this presentation. Just try to get some food so that you take care of your body. Your body is important. Our body is our temple, so we need to take care of it. Very important. So please relax. Relax your soul also. I like that we take affirmation. I heard Mr. Sami talking about affirmations, at some point. And I think that's very important. Now, let me tell you something that affirmation does to us. Affirmation, helps our mind. It conditions our mind in the right way. So it's like you're telling your mind something. So at some point, when I felt in a way that I didn't want to feel, I said to myself, Temi Lolua, you know who you are and you know whose you are. I tell myself certain things. So it's important that you know what you need to tell yourself that would just reset you. It will just reset you and get you back into the right frame of mind. Speaking to yourself positively, saying, you know what, I've got this. I speak right, I speak well, I speak eloquently, I speak well, and the organizers are pleased with me. I have great delivery. I have the right thinking mind. I say the right things. You need to tell yourself those things. So that's part of relaxing. And that one is for your soul. So I say relax your soul, relax your mind. Some people meditate. Some people take exercise. It's about their body and about their soul. So do something for yourself in that regard. So relax. It may seem simple, but it's very important. The second thing, very important to overcoming stage fright is interact. It looks simple. These things look very simple, but I'll tell you, if you practice these simple tips, you find that you are able to do much better than you have done before. Interact. You have a presentation and you get there and they invite you to come and speak. Don't just go in when it is time for you to speak. Try to go in earlier on and try to interact with people. Oh, hello, Obima, my name is Temi. Hello, Fola, my name is Temi. I'm speaking here. What are you doing here? What that helps me to do is it helps me to see that Obima and Fola, they're as human as me. Even if I don't get to speak with them, just being in that environment just makes me feel more comfortable before it's my turn to speak. However, there are times when you cannot interact with them. For example, you are going for an interview. They are interviewing you. Everybody's face is just like this, straight. Nobody is smiling. You can't even see the panel of judges before time. Maybe in those cases, you may not be able to interact with them. But as much as you can, Interact with people. When you get to an event, interact with them, say hello. Oh, I'm speaking. What are your expectations? By the time you have those conversations with people, sometimes it even affects your speech because you know their expectations and you can tailor it to, suit the needs. If it's a virtual meeting, be there early. I was training for a company some time ago, and I came in before my session. What I did was I just noticed how they were relating, how they were having conversations with the facilitator, with one another. I got acquainted with their names. Now, I didn't know Richard's name by magic. I knew Richard's name because I was in here early enough to hear him give his testimonial and to hear Mr. Somi say certain things. So when you interact with people, sometimes it affects your speech. It makes you feel more confident, it makes you feel more comfortable with people. So interact, relax, interact, relax, interact. Now, the last two things I would say: practice and pause. Practice and pause. Practice your speech. Practice in front of a mirror. If someone says, how can I practice? If you don't have anybody with you, see, my brother, my sister, take a mirror and begin to speak to it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. Practice in front of a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, okay, take your phone, audio recorder, put it on. That's such a difficult thing to do. Listen to your own voice is a difficult thing. I worked on radio for about 5 years, and every time somebody tried to play my recording around me, I felt somehow, I was like, oh my goodness, that is my voice. You can just feel a little bit shy. So I've been there, but you need to hear your voice for you to know how you speak, and for you to know your tone, for you to know your pronunciation of words, for you to know certain things and become better. If you use a mirror, what that helps you to do is helps you to see your facial expression and non-vocal cues. So you can say, oh, this is how I do, this is how I look, this is how I do this. Again, you can use a recorder, a video recorder, replay. If you speak somewhere, listen to yourself again. It can be, you can feel shy about it, I understand. But sometimes you have to do it to become better. So practice. If you have people around you, and I believe you do, ask them, please just give me a few minutes. I want to rehearse my presentation in front of you. Tell me what you think. And when you ask people questions, please ask them open-ended questions, not closed-ended questions. If you ask people questions like, how did I do? You know what they will tell you? Fine. In fact, how did I do is even still gives room for expression. So maybe that doesn't fit. But if you ask people, did I do fine? Do you know what they will tell you? Yes. It takes only a few people to tell you, no, you didn't do fine. So those questions, instead of asking questions, how did I do fine? Ask them, what do you think I can do better? What do you think I didn't really do well? That's how to get to people. So practice in front of people and ask for feedback. And finally, I learned this by listening to one of the people I respect, who is a broadcaster, and he's phenomenal. He's been on the job for many years. And the moment he said this, it clicked. Because I said, oh, this is what has been missing for some years. I looked at this happened a few years back, and I said, oh, now I understand. The second P is pause. P-A-U-S-E, pause. Every time you get a microphone and they invite you to stage, I now make welcome to Temitope, and Temitope gets on the stage. Temitope feels a pressure to start speaking immediately. Listen, you don't have to speak immediately. You can take a few seconds to gather your thoughts before you start speaking. Pause, P-A-U-S-E. If you are not getting your thoughts right and you need a few seconds to gather it, pause. If you watch people who are like senior presenters, you find that they do that a lot. They're able to pause to gather their thoughts rather than making mistakes. Now, if you are good to go, you can go straight, right? But if you need to gather your thoughts, instead of making a mistake, just pause, gather your thoughts, get your documents together and go on. So instead of saying, excuse me, how about you just pause briefly and you say, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'd like to make welcome. How about you pause and you gather your thoughts? That's important. So let's go over it again. Relax, interact, practice, and pause. REAP, relax, interact, practice and pause. I don't have time to go further. I'll have to stop here. It's been such a pleasure to speak with the business leaders on this community. And once again, thanks to A.Y.E for the opportunity. Thank you.
Tammy, you see, I just paused. They're wondering, what am I doing? I paused. Some of us don't pause again. We don't pause anywhere again. After I realized that if you don't talk in this life, you will die poor. Nobody taught me to start speaking. Tammy, thank you so much for the delivery. I am so grateful that you have just broken this down in the simplest version. Relax, interact, practice, and pause. No one is going to forget that. And I hope every one of us have gotten some notes. I'm going to say some stuff, and I'm going to interact back with Tammy, take one or two questions so that we can enjoy this time. Any time devoted to knowledge is the biggest investment of your life. This is bigger than any dinner date, any club, any Owambe, any party, or anywhere you could be right now. So this time, take advantage of it. What am I trying to say to you guys? When I speak to you like this, when I talk to you like this, when I come across to you like this, what I want to ask you guys is this. How many of you guys find me intelligent? If you think I'm an intelligent person, raise your hand. Yes, thank you for using the reaction button. Raise your hand. If you think I'm smart, don't ignore the name, but if you think I'm pretty smart, raise up your hand. Oh, so much? For real? If you think that I'm trustworthy, just the way I'm speaking to you, raise your hand. Oh, okay. Really? Yes, that is the magic of your vocal image. Because of your mouth, you can just assume that somebody is intelligent. You can assume that somebody is trustworthy, just the way they speak to you. Listen to this. If you think that I'm intelligent, raise up your hand. If you think that you can trust me with this idea, you can see the answer. Don't give me sympathy now. Take them down. Now, what am I trying to say? You are now struggling to trust me, same person, because of my vocal pitch, because of my vocal image. There's two things that can help you after God, and He gave it to us for a reason, that can help you open doors. And that's why I said earlier that the moment I heard that, nobody taught me to start talking. Your vocal image and your visual image. There is no magic on earth you want to do anywhere. To be successful is two things. That's why some of you, I still pity you, where you have the opportunity to switch on camera. How much is the data? $1, $2, $5 at most. Sacrifice that data to sell yourself, half of yourself, to somebody, a visual image that somebody can see and say, I like this guy. I like this lady. I think she's trustworthy. Let's do business. Or any opportunity to speak. You grab the mic, you raise your hand, they give you permission to unmute yourself. I'm David. I'm from Sierra Leone. My business is about this, and I'm so happy because I had a great week. Just the sound of your voice, the pitch sells intelligence, sells smartness, and sells a good product that some of us, we want to connect with. So for now, I'm saying it again. You know, somebody said, when you asked us, somebody dropped the comment, says, I feel bullied to speaking. Yes, like they're in their corner, and people say, when they say they should speak, it's like nobody bullied them. I will bully the hell out of you. As long as you're in this continent, and I know that the way forward is with your mouth, it's in the scriptures, it is written. What is in the tongue is what will set you free. And you said I should not bully you, I will bully your life. If you agree that I should bully you, raise your hand. We are going to talk our way to prosperity. You have been keeping quiet for too long. If you agree that you want to be bullied, get me out there. I want to speak. I want to be in a room with investors. I want to pitch myself. I want to sell myself. I want to sell my products. Raise your hand. I am watching you and I will bring you to that journey. But if you think, like she said, I'm a big girl, shyness, stage fright, want to kill you, I don't think there. Like when she said Shakara, you know that pigeon thing, they say Shakara kill you there. It's not a joke. Shakara can kill you inside in your house right now, in that your virtual space. Nobody's close to you now. You're still doing Shakara with your own self. I don't know what you're thinking about. But if you are ready for that bully, raise your hand. Now bring them down. Why am I saying this? The moment I learned that the power is in your mouth to convince the customer is here, to convince the investor is here, to get the partners is here, to get the attraction is here. You cannot do anything unless you influence people. Once you influence them, then you can get them to do, you can get them in the direction you want them to. Don't you see people that you say that the pastor spoke to them and they went to a place and they all killed themselves? They talk you into killing yourself. Do you remember the story of the guy I shared with you that talked himself to even killing himself? A place that he was not dying, he said, I'm suffocating, I'm suffocating. Okay, let me give you a gist. This is an interesting one. I wanted to round up soon, but this story came to my mind and I'm going to talk about it. Since my guest is not rushing and Masha is still here, so I'm fine. All of you, if you want to go. Shakara, follow anybody home. Right now, we are going to prosper in Africa. If you think your mind does not mess with you, maybe not now, it still happens to me now, but as a child, have you ever tried to remove your clothes before? Like this. Then you look as if you are choking when your head is inside. Then you think like, I'm dying. Yeah, I'm dying. Then you're trying to pull out the shirt. Once your mind says, I'm dying, if you agree with me, raise your hand, please. Let's not joke here. The way the mind can kill us. Raise your hand, yes. When you're removing that clothes, you're like, hey, I'm dying. Hey, I'm choking. I'm choking. Then the mind will start saying, you're about to die. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. Hey, you're dying. Oh, dead. And you're like, yeah, I'm dead. Can you see, guys? That you can even talk your own self to death. Your shirts can kill you. So you want to remove your shirts now, go and remove it properly. What am I saying? That shows the power of the connection from the mind to the mouth. Use it to your advantage and set yourself free. Anywhere you go, connect. You've got platforms here. She said something, Temi said something quite remarkable. She says, practice, interact. When she was talking about interaction, this is what we're doing. This is what I cannot remember when I started talking. That's me. I don't even know. I can't remember. But just know that the day I realized that you will prosper by talking, anywhere I go, I must talk because I won't let you take my success away from me. So hear that aspect. And if you cannot get to that global stage, your investors, your partner now, why not use the assembly? They finish the assembly, you're running in, you're running out. You miss the place for networking. You cannot chat. Start by virtual talking. Drop, my name is David. This is my business. The person responds. Okay? Responded. Take another step. Try a phone call. Can I chat with you on your number? Some of you are single because you can't talk. Yes, maybe you find husband. Maybe you find wife. I pity you. Don't talk. Don't talk. You talk with sign language when you see that fine girl. Many beautiful girls have walked past you. You can't say anything. I've told you before in the assembly, you remember, the highest thing you get is a no. I love no's because it brings me closer to my yes. Every no you get is removed one no from the basket. One no is out of the basket. One no. So the only thing left is yes. Now, Temi said some things, and I wanted to share with us now. Just one thing, so you can see practical. Temi, since you started speaking, because you stopped, then you started again when you said that, hey, this thing, I'm going to the other side, and I want to go forward. Give us one of your biggest testimonial, personal one, that says you started speaking, this was a breakthrough that happened. Over to you, my dear.
Okay, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, let me think of one that happened when I was in law school. So I was in law school and I remember one day I started speaking, from uni. Thank God I'd been back on track and, I'd been able to access some opportunities. In fact, when I started speaking, let me tell you something funny. When I started speaking in class, the day I started speaking, I remember what I talked about. The lecturer asked about fair hearing. I remember he said, what is fair hearing? I remember the answer I gave. Fair hearing stands on two principles, nemo judecis causa sua. I remember all the altar parem. That's what I said that day. And my classmate, my friend, said to me after the class, it was like, wow, Temi, what textbook, this was 200 level now, what textbook did you read during the breakdown? Wow, you must have been studying a lot. And I looked at him and I said, no, I wasn't studying a lot. I'd known all these things since. You did not know I was brilliant because I was keeping quiet. But I'd known all these things since. But the day I finally started talking, it was like perception just changed. Like, wow, this girl knows something. She has been studying. But yeah, back to something that is remarkable. When I was in law school, of course, all of these are great and I never take them for granted. But when I was in law school, there's this scholarship organization that came into school. I was in Kano campus and ICMC, and they're taking a course. Now, I was already going through the legal education, law school as it is. and they wanted to take another course, and this one was going to be expensive. So I was burdening my parents already with law school fees and law, and lawyers who are here will know that, you know, you pay law school fees and you buy textbooks, and law school is a different ballgame from the university. So I was burdening my parents with all of that. So when these people came and said, oh, they wanted to take us through this course, it was going to be a good course, I thought to myself, it's a good course, but you know what? I'm not going to call my parents and ask them for money for this one again. Please, I'm not interested. So my interest, or my lack of interest, was because of the money. That was it. It's not that I wasn't interested. I thought it was a good thing. I mean, certificates are very good. Knowledge is very good as well. So then I remember sitting at the back of the class that day, and they said, anybody that can quote a section of the law will get a scholarship. My ears stood. Like, if you can quote a section of the law, you get a scholarship. And they have just taught us that section of the law maybe some time before. So I said, the thing is, everybody was now looking to their book, like trying to memorize it. You should come up and just come and quote it. That was it. So me too, I looked at, I said, this thing. Truth is that I may not get it perfectly, but you know what? I would try. So I raised my hand and I walked to the front of the class. Now, law school, you got about 1,000 students in class. And I was sitting at the back. I usually sit in front, but this particular day, I came late and I was sitting at the back. I wasn't in my front row. I was like at the back. So you know what? I went forward. Now, I walked to the front of the class and I said, I would like to try. I took the microphone and I quoted the section of the law. Did I get everything right? No, I didn't. I missed out on some words. So they said, oh, wow, that was a good try. You missed this word. I said, oh, thanks for the correction. But you know what? They said, wow, for being confident, for being the second, I think in a class of a number of people, I was one of those who eventually were two people who got the scholarship, a guy and a girl, right? But I was able to come to the front of the class and try. And I wasn't even sure. I was just going to try. So they said, you know what? You got the scholarship. So I got the scholarship. I said, and everybody was like, wow. My friend was, you just got this scholarship. I said, oh, my sister, oh, it's not as if I planned for the scholarship. But it was really just being confident, because I thought to myself, okay, what will happen if I miss it and I don't get it right? Oh, all right, it's fine. Thank you. I will smile. I will go back. Will I feel bad? I'll feel bad, but I missed it and that's it. I would go back. But they rewarded that confidence, and life rewards confidence, right? Life rewards boldness. And we can see boldness when you step out and you speak. So yes, that's one testimonial that I will never forget, because I was a part of ICMC and I didn't have to pay the fees for it. I was on scholarship because I answered one question in front of the class. And later on, some people say, and I knew that thing, no, I knew that thing, no. Many people knew that thing.
It's the same way, Temi, it's the same way. They are here when they need the investor and somebody saying, I'm going to connect, then the next, and I know that my business is better. Some of the businesses that pitched at the assembly, at the August market, were not even the best brains we had in the room. Like what you shared with us. Some are there with the best ideas, and they are, hey, Jesus Christ, I pity you if you're in business and you cannot talk. I pity you and you cannot express or even show yourself. You are in business, they are doing a market and you off your camera. How? The question is, how do you do that? I understand that we can save data, but there are 3 places where you must not off your camera when you come to the assembly. When the room starts, make sure the camera is on, connect, let people see your face there. 2, when they are doing the members creed, let them see your commitment, switch on your camera, let them build trust and connection with you, because this society, this network is what can help you in the future. 3, when it's time for engagement like this, open up your camera. These are just those 3 places that you can even shuffle that data. But if you cannot invest in yourself, no one can invest and will invest. You are not even qualified for investment. So please, there are people out there who wants to connect. I saw in the chat room, a lady was talking when Temi was speaking. She was dropped a chat. She says, I think she was referring to what I said, that a lot of brothers are there sing because they can't talk. And she said that she read in a book, Ellen, so there is your hand. She said she read in a book that a lot of ladies has a maybe, well, I don't know how she put it. There's a maybe, but if you don't go to the lady, it's a no automatically. For Ellen to even drop that chat, she wants to connect. Did you get it, brothers? Brothers, she's speaking, she's sending a signal. Ellen, where are you? Talk to her. For her to even go and drop that chat, she's giving you a hint to say there is a need for you. In this assembly, your business are connected, relationships are connected. Since early, God bless you, my pastor, my sister, you know, it's just a pity that I'm married now, Ellen. I see she even wants to switch on her camera. Look at that confidence. Oh my God. How are you, Ellen?
I'm in the dark. I just ran out of power, so it's really dark where I am. That's why my camera is off. But I hope you're good. It's a book that I was reading by the mother of Elon Musk. And she says, if you are brave enough to go and ask for what you want or to speak about what you want, then there's a chance that you might actually get it. But if you don't say anything, you just keep quiet, you will stay there feeling miserable without what you want. So
great.
Might as well
Great.
ask.
And thank you. Thank you for that contribution. I saw that when Ellen came up on stage, Daniel ran after her. Daniel, there's time for networking. And we see you. And I like the fact that at least you presented yourself well. So brothers and sisters, African entrepreneurs all over the world, please make sure that you do not take these things for granted. Your vocal image and your visual image. And I've spoken to you about this Zoom thing. Take it serious. Get a white background, a clear background. Get a light. There are lights that you can connect to your phone or your device. Present it nicely. This is what you are selling. Right now, we can't see that product. The only product of Temi I'm seeing is this formal corporate young lady that sounds intelligent. Honestly. Maybe Temi does not even know anything. By the time we give her something to write now, she might not even pass. But from what Temi is saying, you can see that she's very intelligent just from the way she speaks. If Temi did not speak to us, we wouldn't have known. A lot of you will have passed Temi in conferences that, look at this young lady. Temi, I don't think you're a big statured woman. So people will have even ignored, not knowing that this is a power-packed lady that you can tap a lot from if you are closer to her. But how will we know if she does not use her antenna, a signal to bring people closer? So Temi, on behalf of the organization and Africa at large, we want to say a big thank you to you joining us today. And please, 2 questions. Just drop it in the chat session. While they are coming up with their question, I just want to appreciate you, and we pray that you have time to join us again some other time so that we can make this network, this African community, African business leaders, African entrepreneurs spread across Africa and connect and collaborate. This is an amazing thing where we can bring like minds to ultimately make the world a better place. So 2 questions. If you got a question, if you like, keep quiet again. For Temi, drop it in the chat session. But while we are doing that, I'm going to use this opportunity to just ask Marsha something. Why she did what she did. Why are you sponsoring 10 female African entrepreneurs so that people can learn the heart of generosity and the heart of kindness? And also what you even saw in the organization that made you feel that you want to invest in it. Marsha, the mic is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. President, and our wonderful guest speaker. I thoroughly enjoyed your presentation, Tim. So, why? Firstly, when we empower business people, and I especially want to empower female entrepreneurs. When we empower female entrepreneurs, if they are not mothers as yet, they may be. When you empower a woman, businesswoman, you build not only her, you build her family, you build the community, you build a nation, you build a globe. I am sitting here thousands of kilometers away from you, in a different country altogether, different part of the world. And isn't it wonderful and such a blessing that we could be together in this virtual space? So if the opportunity
do you want
is
to check out your mic a bit? I don't know if you're using an AirPod or something. Because if you can maybe use the device.
Hearing me better now?
Yes.
Are you hearing? Yes. Okay. It was the head. Yes. So I was saying to empower a woman means to empower a family, means to empower a community, a nation, a globe. It is global. So we help when we illuminate one life, we brighten the darkest world and we add to it. Right. So that was my reason for doing this. And I also believe in giving back in terms of gratitude, and that is how abundance will flow. And to just pick up on what time the conversation today is about, speaking using your voice. Speak life over yourself. Speak life over your business. Life or death is in the power of the tongue. Speak over yourself and your business as you present today. And I'll give you this one. I don't know if you know this one, but this one is coming straight from Trinidad. Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. All right. So that is why I am here. That's why I did what I did. There may be other times I will do it again. We never know. But I am pleased to have done that. And I wish that the people who are most who will receive it, will take it, and will use it as a landing board, to propel themselves and their business to greater heights. Use the opportunities, but you need to speak, present yourself so that you will grow. It's a pleasure to be here as usual, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Marsha, just before you go, why A.Y.E? Why did you invest in A.Y.E for them? Why not something?
Yes.
Why A.Y.E?
I was here for the August market, the first of the August market in the beginning. That was my birthday, and I came in here and I sat here and I presented. Yes, it was my birthday that day. It was a wonderful day. But after that, I kept following up and looking at different things that were happening in the organization. And I was very much impressed with the manner in which it's structured, the support systems that are there, and the strong foundation, the strong leadership, and the strong foundation on which it is built. And for that reason, I know that plugging in here would be an excellent way to help others in the community. And that is what.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are so grateful you heard it. She said she might be moved to do more. She might be moved to do more in future. Closed mouth doesn't get fed, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Now, Marsha, this is Africa. I'm sure that we are very, you know that we're very passionate about what goes into our mouths. We have heard that many times in Africa. And I'm sure that our mouths are going to remain open. You dropped a lot of contribution right now about why you do what you do, the essence of giving back. And once again, these are not people you know, these are not people in your continent, but because you believe in one global village, you have even invested across border. For me, you have my utmost respect, regards, and love for the rest of my life. Thank you so much. Back to my sister, Temi. And before Temi, if you are the one, you're coming in for this investment from Marsha, the investment from Roy, these are people outside investing in Africans, in the membership. Or you are even here, you are not yet an active member. Take advantage. Take advantage. The best time to be part of a community is now. It's many times before you need them. Don't come to a community when you need the community, they will not answer you. Join when you are still okay now, when everything is still normal, and take advantage. Right now, the only question that I'm seeing here is, how many times do I need to practice? How many times do I need to confirm that I'm a good speaker? If we can just take that response in 1 minute, that's the only one that I can see right now. I have not seen anyone yet, but Temi, if you can just quickly respond to that so that we can then round up this session.
Okay, how many times do you need to practice? There's no formula that says this is the number of times. Practice until you know they say practice makes perfect. So keep practicing. How do you know that you're a good speaker? Continue to leverage platform. It may not happen in one day. It likely will not happen in one day, but continue to leverage platforms. I started from little platforms. I didn't start speaking to 1,000 people. I didn't start speaking by being invited to take interviews at the president for the presidency or to do stuff for multinationals. I started in school. I started in church. I started in little organizations. So continue to leverage platforms and you get more comfortable. Your comfort zone, just widens and you are able to speak to more people. So continue to practice. There's no number. Continue to practice till you get better. Even when you're better, continue to practice. There's room for improvement. I can see some messages, direct messages. I know we can't take them because of time. Some of these I've addressed in my social media. I'm constantly sharing content on LinkedIn and on Instagram. So please take a look at my pages. You see content, you see some videos, and you see some text as well. I believe that they will be of help to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. I'm going to run into your social media and give them the handle right now. You can get out of Temi on, what is it now? Temi_Badru. Temi_Badru. Connect with her. Get there. You see a lot of materials and contents that can help you. Please take advantage of that and take advantage of this relationship that you have on this network. Temi, once again, you've got it from here, right? Okay, this is not my heart. Where's my heart? Yeah, okay. Right from my heart to you. We love you. We are grateful. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Guys, we've spoken. We've heard it. It's a new week. It starts tomorrow, on Sunday. Remember what Marsha's words? Open your mouth so that you can get fed. And Temi's words that I would never forget. Everyone can speak. Yes. As I transfer back the mic to NSC to give us our closing announcements, stay behind to connect. Use the power of your visual and vocal image. For just 5 to 10 minutes, you can make that new friendship that can change everything all around. Remember this, we just started this assembly thing. It's gonna grow. It's on record that I said that because everything grows, whether you like it or not, bad or good, it grows. So the best time to create your virtual presence is better for you to do it now. This week, go take a proper picture, put it in your Zoom account, so that by the time if you cannot talk, your picture, that good picture can sell you. Put your company name around it, because this network, look at what we are doing now. Hold my words and see what will happen next year. There will be connections and collaboration from all over the world. And you as first early members of the assembly, I'm talking about the assembly, you can win that first come advantage. Please, guys, as I said to you, that you can only influence them when you talk to them. And that's the only time you can exhibit what you've got inside of you. For me, to you guys, I love you and I wish you a great week. I'm Sumis Matransis and I am nothing without God. Thank you so much.
Can we celebrate? Yes, we celebrate Mr. President. We celebrate our guest speaker, Temi Badru. Thank you so much for taking our time to share from your wealth of experience with us. It was an amazing experience, to be honest. And I'm sure that very many people here have learned a lot. I mean, a lot. I, for one, have learned a lot, and I don't think I'm going to recover anytime soon. Some of the words that stuck with me is closed mouths don't get fed. And I think Temi Badru also said life rewards confidence. I think those are words that, you know, I definitely picked out, and Mr. President said, everyone can speak. So don't exempt yourself and say it's not for me. Everyone can speak. Amazing time at today's assembly. It was awesome. It was awesome. I celebrate you once again. Thank you so much. All right, so very quickly, I'm just going to be closing announcement now while we close the meeting for today. Please kindly pay attention. The A.Y.E Weekly Assembly holds every Saturday, 6 p.m. GMT +1. Please do well to invite your friends and families and come along with somebody next week. To join the assembly, it's very easy. The link is www.ayeorganization.com/assembly. I'm sure that the admin will drop that in the chat box. Again, the link is www.ayeorganization.com/assembly. We now have our assembly leaders who have volunteered to join the weekly assembly team to serve in different capacities. This team of assembly leaders will be responsible for officiating. And of course, we've called them leaders because we believe that whoever has volunteered towards the good cause of moving Africa forward is a leader. To become an assembly leader, please chat up the number currently dropped in the chat box. The admin will drop a number now. You can chat the number up and indicate your interests. We host rooms on Clubhouse every Wednesday of the month. So please join Africa's Young Entrepreneur on Clubhouse, download the app and follow us and turn on your notification bell. You will be notified whenever we are in any of our Clubhouse rooms. Trust Network meetings for eTrust Fund members holds every Tuesday on Clubhouse by 7 p.m. GMT +1. The TNM is for trust members who are part of our e-cooperative that offers members access to loans at no interest rate, no collateral, credit check, or paperwork, amongst other benefits. To know more about our cooperative, please visit the website www.etrustfund.org. We constantly support entrepreneurs across Africa. You can be a part of those who support the work by donating to the organization. The donation link is going to be posted in the chat box currently. Our social media pages, please follow A.Y.E organization across all social media platforms to keep abreast of happenings in the organization. Please ensure you do that immediately after this meeting. All right, please do not leave yet. There'll be a short time for music where we can all dance, wave, smile. All right, connect together in the chat room and have spotlights for different people. So please ensure this is time to put to practice what you've learned. Connect with somebody, interact with somebody. Do not leave the room. Now to our closing mantra.
As well, sorry, before you round up, NSC, next week we'll be announcing all the guys sponsored by Marshall and Roy. After we've checked the punctuality, people who have not missed meeting from the guys who have raised their hand. So admin will sort that out. Let's make the announcement and they'll get their full year sponsorship. And also to encourage everyone to make sure that you don't know what's coming next. Also, the guys that we're taking to the VC to get funding and investors for their business, we'll be making that announcement. That might take longer. I think that will take about 2 months for them to also put their books and look at their business plans as well. Please don't miss meetings. Don't miss meetings. You are in business because you mean business. Networks like this, assemblies like this, 1 hour, 30 minutes of your life every week is not too much of an investment. Stay till the end. Connect. After words that have been spoken, Temi is still going to be here to dance with us for 5 minutes. During that 5 minutes, Temi might respond to you. She might take your handle. She might take your email. Marsha might. I might. So use those opportunities. That is business. Business is not having a supermarket and put, I'm passionate about my people. If I go around, I can speak to you guys overnight because it's simple. You can't put product on the shelf and call customers again. It has passed. Those days has passed. I always say this, the world has changed. Failure to adapt means failure to exist. How people make money now is social capital. Open up the camera, smile. A simple smile can open up doors. Let people trust you. Then tomorrow, ask me for a favor, and then I'll help. And it's vice versa. Sorry, NEC, it just pained me again. It's paining me. Let's see how many people will connect afterwards. Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you for that. If there's something I know about Dr. Sumi is that he's very passionate about Africa and he's passionate about young African entrepreneurs. He believes in Africa. Thank you so much for your passion and love for Africa, Dr. Sumi Francis. We're grateful. All right, so this room will hold again next week, Saturday. Please don't forget, invite people. Come early, it's 6 p.m. Please confirm the time in your country to be sure that you do not miss out and you do not join in late. So please come early and we'll be right here in this same space. Our closing mantra is simple. If you're joining us for the first time, when I get to say, if you can achieve this much alone, then you respond back and say, how much more can we achieve together? Do you get it? If I say, if you can achieve this much alone, then you respond and you say, how much more can we achieve together? Yes, we believe in the power of unity, connectivity, and collaboration in A.Y.E. Africa Young Entrepreneurs. If you can achieve this much alone,
how much more can we achieve together?
I'm going to take it again. That was slow. Africa's young entrepreneurs. If you can achieve this much alone,
how much more can we achieve together?
How much more can we achieve together? Thank you so much. Let's enjoy some music.
How much?
crazy, yeah. Oh, pay me, that's okay, oh, to pay me. Another life, nothing to get me. You to bless me on a daily. You know I get it when you tell me no. This the way I want to go, hand me on. You save me from myself. You're so intentional with me. And other people waiting, tell me no. You get the little thing right there, no. Your grace, you got end discussion, no. My God, your command. I no go move till you command. Me, I go there when you command. But I go run if you command. Yeah, I forgot about me, you cover me. Yeah, in my eyes I lose you before me. You be my desire. Now you live for my fire. January to December. Now you be my sustainer.
We all need love, we all need affection. And the way that you're looking at me, I can feel a connection. Unanibamba baby, kwanza unavyochekecha. Kinywaji kwa mkono, na kibeti kwa bega. Jusi kwizi mademo napenda do, na matali pia tunazo drama. Ya dunia ni mengi sana, no commitment mama. So nipe nafasi, nikupe mapenzi yangu ya kilia. Hallelujah, oh, oh, nakupenda, tena nina imani sana. Ushanitega, we all need someone. Nakupenda, tena nina imani sana. Ushanitega, so make love to me. No, unconditionally, babe, unconditionally, babe. Make love to me. Unconditionally, babe, unconditionally, babe. They all need love, me I need a wife wakuishi na yeye. Pata vijana takufa mapema, magonjwa yamejaa. Jina langu Ali, sasa lazima nile. Nikikosa kula na wendo chakula nitakonda mazima. And I believe nitakuwa na wewe mwanzo mpaka mwisho. And I believe